So this club was not of my own making. It's not something I ever dreamt of doing. It's always kind of been a desire in my heart. But at the end of the day, it was people coming to me, asking me like, hey, why don't you start a club? Why don't you do this? Lived through so many poor experiences with my oldest daughter and her soccer experience that along the way, I started to see something that appeared to be broken in the game locally in this community and just within the game, especially for girls, young girls. I didn't feel like they were being served at the highest level. And I'm not the type of person to just sit by and not do anything about it. If I see something that's not right, I'm gonna try to do something about it. The desire was in my heart and I felt there was more to it than me. It was bigger than me. And I just said, okay, Lord, if you're calling me this, I'm gonna walk through that door. And here we are. One thing we learned very early on, a lot of these girls were coming from clubs where they were just treated poorly by the coaches, treated poorly by their teammates because they weren't maybe one of the better players or they were an outsider coming in. And one thing we don't tolerate here is girls not respecting one another and more importantly, respecting themselves, right? It starts with them respecting themselves. And by respecting themselves, other people around them will respect them too. We can be competitive. Like we want to be competitive, and it's not to be mistaken, but there's a humble way, there's a way of doing it with humility, but also doing it with just being a genuine, caring, loving human being who at the end of the day, even if you get in a fight out in the field, you can walk over to him afterwards and give him a hug and say, hey, great job. I appreciate you pushing me to become a better human being. It's a safe space for these kids to come, have fun, learn the game, and learn to love each other with nothing but respect and admiration for one another. So when we started this club, the idea was just to have one team. That's all we were planning to do, have one team for a group of girls who were being forgotten and were kind of left on the sidelines with no home, no place to play. And from that, it grew into 4 teams. We're planning next year to have anywhere from 8 to 12 teams. And really, there's no cap on how large this club will become. It's going to be whatever we need to do to serve the community and serve the players who need something more or need a home. And that's ultimately what Cap City is. It's a home for the forgotten player. It's a home for the player that every coach turned away from or said you weren't good enough. It's a home for the player who has no home, meaning they have no home club team. They come from a small little rural area and there's no club team available to them. It's for the kid where they went to a club and everyone just treated them like garbage and they were the outsider looking in. And ultimately, whatever is needed to facilitate and to serve those kids, that's what this club will ultimately become because that's what's needed. So we started with one team. We'll create as many teams as we need to make sure that every kid has a home to play. It's not so much the club, it's the people. We want to build resilient human beings who make a difference in this world. And we want to use the game of soccer, the game of football, as a vehicle to help them change this world. What it's about is giving these kids the desire, the fighting spirit, and the will to want to just become the best version of themselves. And if soccer, football can be a vehicle for that, and we can play a small part in making that a reality for them, then we're doing something good here as a club. And that's what we're trying to build. Just a place for kids to come, gain confidence, gain belief in themselves, and believe that they can change the world and conquer and do anything that they put their mind to.